Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this cool model here, and what this is the newest charging station from the Anker brand. So for this one in particular, they call it the GaNPrime 6-in-1 charging station that does provide you guys 140 watts maximum when you guys do use one of the output, which is USB-C. And then for this charger, the way how they designed it is a little bit different than the other one that I showed you guys before, which I'll cover in a different video. For this one, it still has a GaNPrime technology on here, and it still has a fast charging technology on here, like the other version that I showed you guys before. But what's really cool about this one is the fact that the power on here is more powerful, but you guys do get a smart display on here to show you guys how much power it does generate when you guys do use it, which is pretty cool. The previous version, it did not have the option, but I'll show you guys that in a different video, like I mentioned. For this video, I do want to open up and show you guys what the inside looks like and actually test it out to show you guys how much power it does provide when we do use it. So let's open this up and then show you guys what the inside looks like. So once you guys do open up, here's what the inside looks like. If you guys do take it out, once you guys do take it out, first the inside right here, they do provide you guys a user manual to teach you guys how to use it. And then right here, we do have the cable for you to plug it in, which is separated, just like the previous version as well. And then right here, we do have the actual product. So let's do take it out. Once you guys do take it out, here's what the product looks like. So on top right here, we do have the plug for you to use. So there's two AC options. Here we do have the brand name. And then right here should be the display screen that should pop on the power that's being used when you guys do use it. Right here is where you can plug in the cable. Right here on the side, it does tell you guys how it does have GaNPrime technology. Here we do have the button for it to turn it on. And then here we do have different outlets for it to use. So we still have the two USB option and two USB-C option. And it does have the power IQ technology just like any other Anker product. And if you guys can see for the product, it's actually very slim because of the GaNPrime technology that's on here. It allows the product to be much smaller and very compact. And then here we do have the bottom of the product. So it does have the non-slip material on here to prevent it from moving around when you guys do use it. And then right here in the back, they do provide you guys the specs and feature that's on here. And when you guys do feel the overall weight of the product, it actually feels very lightweight, which is perfect if you guys want to use it when you guys are traveling. But that is pretty much everything that's on the product. What I do right now is to plug it in to test it out and show you guys when it actually works and how well it does work. So I do love how they do provide this strap to keep everything all organized when you guys do use it. But this side, I want to plug it on right here. It should only fit one way, just like that. And for this side right here is a 3-prong option. So I want to plug it in. So once you guys do plug it in, it should turn on. You can see right here in the bottom, it does have the display that turns on. So currently right now, it's showing you guys it does have the protection built in. And also show you guys right now, it doesn't have any voltage on here or any watts because we don't have any plugged in yet. So for the very first test, what I'm going to do is to plug in my cable onto my laptop to charge it up. Since the battery right now, my laptop is pretty low. So I just want to plug it into any one of these here. I'm not sure if you can see in the video now right here, but it does show you guys how it's connected. But once you guys do plug it in, so just to show you guys right here, I do have my laptop. If you guys do plug it in, it starts charging. And then right there, show you guys how much power that's being provided when you guys do use it. You can see how the number is slowly going up. So right now, showing around 31 watts, and the number should slowly go up. And notice on here how I show you guys what kind of cable when you guys do plug it in. It's showing that it is using an E-marker cable. So right now, it looks like the charge is around 25 watts. It's not really going up too much. Let me try to change it to the other one, see what happens. All right, so I just changed it. And the number is still maintaining around like 15 watts and slowly going up, but not by a lot just yet. So maybe it's because my computer is not on or something, but let me actually give it a try. See what happens when I do log in. All right, so once I just logged in, on the actual device right here, I saw that the watts went up a lot more. It went as high as 50, but it's still going up and down. So I think there's something wrong with my laptop right now in terms of battery life on here that it is resetting as well. So I might just wait for it to reset and see what happens afterward. Alright, so I figured out the reason why the actual product is not charging that fast is because the battery percentage is fully charged. So I'm not sure why it's showing that it wasn't charged at first. But what I'm going to do right now is to let it kind of drain down first and drain the battery kind of lower first and then show you guys what it actually looks like. So hopefully it's able to drain the battery pretty fast so that way I can show you guys the test. So I'm going to let that do that first and then we'll come back and test it out in a second. Alright, so I was able to drain my battery on my laptop a little bit lower. So now I can try again. So I do plug it in. Once you guys do plug it in, you can see how it starts charging on here. It shows you guys the watts. If you guys do press on the button, it shows you guys in volt. Press on again, it shows you guys watts on here. So when you do look at the power on here, it does provide a lot of power, you can see. Right now it's a 124 and slowly going up and down. It went as high as 129 or 130, you can see right there. So when you guys do use the product, it really depends on your battery percentage on your device. If your battery percentage is really low, then it'll charge a lot faster. But once it reaches like 80% or anything higher than that, it does slow down the charge. Like right now it's providing you guys 120 watts when you guys do use it, and it's maintained around that level. But I do love the fact that how it does show you guys like the watts on here and show you guys the voltage. So feel free to change the different display on here for you to use, which is really nice. And if you guys do unplug it and try the other one here, for this one right here, it also show you guys the display and it show you guys the same amount of power on here when you guys do use it. And you see how the number is slowly going up. So you can see how when you guys do plug in the other one right here, it also probably got the same amount of power. It went as high as 128 when you guys do use it. So the product definitely does work when you guys do use it. One right now is to plug in another cable on here and show you guys what happens if you guys were to spread the charge on here. So right here I do have my other cable, which is a USB to lightning cable plugged onto my iPhone. If you guys do plug it in, let me go to the other display to show you guys what happens when you guys do plug in more than one. So once you guys do plug it in, it does work, and it show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys do use two of the output at the same time. So currently the other one charging my phone, the number is slowly going up and down. It's providing around 3 watts, and for the other ones, they're providing guys very close to the 130 spot or 130 watts. So as you guys are plugging more and more device, the spread will change on here and the spread out. But it does prioritize a lot of it onto the USB-C option when you guys do use it. So now it's showing 108, and this is close to 8 watts for the iPhone charger. And do I mention that when you guys do plug it in here, it doesn't affect here. So for example, right here, I do have my power bank. If you guys do plug it in, if you can see that the way how the design is similar to the previous version, where this part right here, it does rise up. So if I do unplug it, plug it back in, you can see how it slowly pops out. And once you guys do plug it in, it does work. You can see how it's charging your device on here. So currently it is charging our device and it's still charging the other device at the same time. And when you guys do look at the power that's on here, it's not affected. It's still probably got the same amount of power on here when you guys use the product. So the product definitely does work when you guys do use it. So feel free to plug in 6 devices at the same time if you guys do want to. But that is pretty much everything that's on the product. Now that we show you guys how the product works and what it actually looks like when you guys do use it, now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this part, I do have to say that it is pretty worth it if you guys want to need one of these, especially if you guys are in the market looking for a high quality charging station that has the 2 AC option on here, the USB-C option and the USB option for you guys to charge 6 devices at the same time. That also has the display screen to show you guys how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. Then I do have to say that it is pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, obviously don't buy one and save your money something else actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.